All right. What is up, tycoons? What's up, traders? Super excited for today's video. We're going to be taking a look at the Oraichain or the ORAI chain, ticker symbol ORAI. All right, breaking things down on the daily time frame. This is another viewer request. I do these every single week. So if you want to see your tokens or your cryptos in the next one, all you got to do is comment down below and I'll get to them as soon as I can. We're going to go over the main things that I'm paying attention to. We'll also take a look at the MACD and the RSI and how you can use these to help give yourself an edge when it comes to trading. Trading is just like going to battle. It's just like going to war. Okay. You need to have the proper weapons and you need to know how to use those weapons so that way you can increase your odds of success on the battlefield. So we're going to go over some of the things that I like to use, as well as the current levels and setups that we have on the chart. Make sure to smash that like button and subscribe to the channel if you guys are new. Before we go any further, the content provided in this YouTube channel is for informational and educational purposes only and is not intended to be relied upon as legal, financial, or investment advice. Myself and any individuals that appear on this YouTube channel are not registered financial advisors or brokers. Trading in stocks, bonds, commodities, and crypto involve a significant risk of loss and is not suitable for all investors. So be sure to read through the full disclaimer. And we'll go ahead and jump straight into it. So right here, we can see that we did have this head and shoulders pattern, all right, that played out. Now, some people have commented before that like, oh, these head and shoulders are ugly. Guys, we don't live in a perfect world where every single perfect head and shoulders is going to be perfectly vertical, okay? They can be tilted. They can't be, slightly tilted, right? And so we see that we got a clear left shoulder here, clear head, and a clear right shoulder. And this head and shoulders pretty much has played out and taken us down to the price targets for this head and shoulders. And we're currently trading at about 3.655 at the time of this recording. 3.635 and 3.383 are our next major support levels to the downside. So you could say we have a little bit of a demand zone in this area. All right, and that we really need to hold support at these levels. Or otherwise we could see a drop down here to our larger demand zone, which is going to be, from these prior levels in the past that we have tested on. All right, so, that's the main thing that I'm looking at right now, the main levels of support that we really need to hold. All right, for us to get any upside momentum. Now, I mentioned using the RSI, all right? So if we take a look, we have actually something known as bullish divergence right now. So take a look how we have this low and these higher lows right here on the RSI. Remember, this is your relative strength index. It's going to be measuring the relative strength of a token at its given price. And so at these points where we have these lows, right, and these higher lows, we actually have lower lows on the price action. So we have a low here, and then we have these lower lows here. So, the price of the token is actually in a downtrend right now, but the relative strength index is made in an uptrend. So we're making lower lows, but we're making higher lows here. That's a term known as bullish divergence. It's an indicator you could see some type of bullish activity. We're testing some major support levels really in a little demand zone here. And if this bullish divergence plays out, we could come back up and retest this trend line that we've rejected about 5 or 6 times on the daily time frame. Now, the more times you test a level, the weaker it gets. So there is the chance that we break out of there. If we do break out, 6.668, 7.649, and 8.629 are going to be the 3 major resistance levels to the upside. Now, you may notice I have these sets of 3 yellow lines oftentimes in my videos, and the reason being is these are the 3 Fibonacci retracement levels. They're the most common and most respected, and you use these because nothing moves in a straight line down or in a straight line up. Rather, you would get a move up, retracement, continuation of the trend, or a move down, retracement, continuation of that trend, right? So it helps to establish and identify trend continuation. A good example is you can see we had the push up here. We retraced down to our 38.2% retracement level, and then we continued that uptrend and headed up higher. So we've had a very strong move to the downside. If we do get a breakout of this trend line and head up higher, all of this right here, these 3 levels I just gave you guys, it's all healthy retracement territory. Okay, so what that means is that unless we break out above those retracement levels and we're able to flip them from support to resistance, or from resistance to support, that's when we could potentially go really bullish and actually retest some of our previous highs, if not make a high and then a higher high in the future. All right. But there's a lot of work for that to be done, specifically breaking through these 3 levels, right? I mentioned using them for that trend continuation with the move down, retracement, continuation lower. If you move down, retrace, and then you start to consolidate and break through those retracement levels, that's how you can spot a potential upside reversal. So that's what I like to use them for. That's how I like to use them personally. Okay. Now, if we look at the MACD here, we're not really getting any clear signals. As you can see, it's stuck ranging in this area right now, really just super flat. Typically, an entry signal would look like this, where you see the red line cross above the yellow line here, and you see we had a very strong push to the upside afterwards. And an exit signal is going to be this red line crossing below the yellow line on the MACD, and you can see we had a very strong push to the downside afterwards as well. So what we're going to look for here is a potential signal. Is this going to curl up and show some positive bullish momentum and potentially give us an entry signal, or is this going to curl down below the yellow line and potentially give us some bearish momentum and an exit signal? So those are all the main things that I'm paying attention to right now. If you're bullish on this, you're going to want to see us continue to hold this bullish divergence trend line and continue heading upwards. You're going to want to see the RSI continue heading upwards as well and create some space, give us that entry signal. And if you're bearish on this and you think that it's going to head lower, okay, you're going to need to see a break of this bullish divergence trend line as well, okay, as the MACD curling back down below the yellow line and giving an exit signal. That's really the main things that I'm paying attention to right now on ticker symbol ORAI. Quick shout out to today's sponsor, which is the Tandem wallet. If you're not familiar, guys, you need to get your cryptocurrency off of the exchanges. If it's not your keys, it's not your crypto. And we all saw how things turned out with FTX, as well as many other crypto exchanges. You honestly can't trust them at the end of the day. So you need to get your money safe and get it off of those exchanges. That way you own it. And I recommend using the Tandem wallet. It's a cold multi-currency crypto wallet that supports over 2,000 coins and tokens. It looks like a regular credit card too, right? So it looks really, really cool. And it's something new that a lot of people don't have. What's also really great about it, okay, is you don't need any batteries, wires, or connectors, right? So no longer do you have to plug it into a PC or plug it into a laptop or anything like that. It's also super easy to use. All you do is scan and activate, then you set up your password and you can start making transactions. The typical setup time is about 1 to 3 minutes. It literally took me about 2 minutes to get mine set up. This is what I like to use. All right, all you have to do is download the app today on the Google Play Store or the Apple App Store. And when you go to purchase your Tandem wallet, use code Zachly, like the channel name ZachlyTrades, and you guys will get a discount on your purchase. Okay, now you can purchase them in packs of 2 or packs of 3, and the reason being is because these are also additional backups, right? So what's really cool about it is you can have multiple cards for the same wallet. So if you do happen to lose one of them, okay, it's not the end of the world and your cryptocurrency is not gone forever. You actually can have a backup. Now, I personally have 3, so that means that I have 2 backups, and I would recommend storing those in separate places, as an added level of security, right? Now, what's also really great is that it's DeFi compatible. I personally love DeFi and decentralized finance. If you take a look here, it's compatible with more than 100 different decentralized applications with the help of Wallet Connect. Now, it's compatible with Uniswap, with Aave, lots of the popular ones such as Curve Finance and Yearn Finance. There's also Sushi Swap, Spooky Swap, Pancake Swap, Trader Joe, different things on here that you guys can take a look at. Currently compatible with over 2,700 cryptocurrencies. And what's really amazing about it too, guys, is that it's completely waterproof, right? Super awesome. You can get it completely submerged in water and it still will work. It's also freeze proof as well, right? So in case you freeze it, you guys, can be rest assured that it still will work. It still will function. It's also heat resistant as well. So, it's got a really cool features. And, remember, you want to take your money off of these exchanges. If it's not your keys, it's not your crypto. So download the Tandem app today. And when you make your purchase of 2 or 3 cards, go ahead and use code Zachly, like the channel name, ZachlyTrades, and you guys will get a discount on your purchase. All right, now, appreciate you watching the video. Make sure to smash that like button and subscribe to the channel as well.